Whoosh, we're here.
All aboard the Spooky Train. Next stop, Spooky Time Junction.
Whoop whoop. That's my train.
Addition to the intro.
Yes, my whoop whoop.
Woof woof.
Yes.
And,
How do we do transitions?
I don't know. It's hard.
Okay, so first
big.
topic. AOL.
Yeah. So AOL and I found this thing online when I was watching a few videos by Rainbot. They're a good spooky time YouTuber if you would like to go check them out. But they made a video on this that was about AOL. In 2006, they did a little project thing that was like, we're gonna see what our users search up. So they each had users, but they were all displayed by numbers, so you couldn't figure out who they were. And there were most of them were normal, but there were like a few users that had really creepy things. Like one of them, user 927, I think it was the one that everyone was concerned about. Like they had stuff about killing people, I think.
And like humans, mold.
Oh yeah,
Human
mold. Like something about human mold.
Yeah.
They just took human mold. I don't know what that means, but
I don't think I want to find out.
yeah, there was also a lot of other stuff that I don't think I can say. But I think one of the things that he or she searched up was how to kill your mother and not get caught, or something like that. Or how to kill your wife and not get caught. I can't remember which one.
I think there was like, I think I remember something about in the Lost episode where we were talking about this, where you're like, a bunch of people searched up how to kill your wife.
Oh yeah, like quite a few people searched up how to kill your wife. That was one of the more reoccurring spooky topics that came up when doing that experiment.
Yeah.
Which was kind of scary.
Also, I have something that I found out recently.
What is it?
Where it's, if you go onto like the Yahoo app, where for like your emails and stuff, or even just the Google Mail thing, you can actually find, like, it goes from like iCloud, Exchange, Google, Yahoo, Outlook.com, and AOL. So you can actually still have an AOL account.
Really?
Yeah, which I think is kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't... I think Google is the better thing to be used
Most
days.
of the time I use Yahoo though.
I use Google usually, or Safari.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone.
Sometimes I'll like use Safari and Google.
Anyways, should we continue talking about I'm gonna search up user 927, see if anything forgot to say.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's probably something that we left out.
That I had to. Notable users.
It's just kind of weird that like someone would look up human mold.
Yeah.
And it's not like mold that grows on like a human skin, it's like a mold of a human. I just thought I'd clarify that.
Yeah, it's not like mold on a human. Even though they probably could be looking that up.
As well, I'm sure if you looked that up, something like that would pop up as well.
It said that most of what user 927 like before, like earlier in the was notably normal, but then it started to get questionable. Yeah, which is I'm reading something about it. Then he investigates human mold, perhaps staying at home after an accident. One of his first like questionable searching like things that he searched up was how long does it take for broken legs to heal, I think it was. Broken legs or broken arms, I can't remember.
I think it was broken legs.
Yeah. So, the day App searched up human mold, he searched up flowers. Like flowers aster, butterfly orchid, or orchard. The next day, more flowers, followed by a little... never mind. I can't say the rest of that. And slow dancing steps. Maybe planning a big night.
Well, hopefully they didn't find like a serial killer on AOL.
Yeah, there was also one that was, he searched up virtual children, and for some reason they put topped off with a little, oh, I like that baby, I put on my robe and wizard's hat. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
What? Did you just search that up? Or...
That would be such a weird thing to search.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine how, like, scary that would be.
Yeah.
If, like, Google did something like that.
Like, if, like, they would probably find a lot of weird people.
Yeah, that's probably true.
The police do use, like, they log onto people's computers after, like, if they're searching the house, and they use that as evidence sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one person, I can't remember what they did exactly, but I remember that the police searched on his computer and saw that, like, questionable search history, like how to build a bomb and such like that.
I mean, sometimes people are just curious about that, but I mean,
Yeah.
It does look suspicious.
Yeah, but, like, that person did kill children, I think.
Oh.
So, it
Yeah,
was...
that makes it, like, a little bit, maybe just a little suspicious.
Just a little bit.
Just a little suspicious.
Just a little bit. So that's... It's kind of weird how, like, search, or, like, AOL did that, and it would be much weirder, I feel like, if they did that nowadays with Google.
Yeah.
There are questionable people and a lot of people searching up things
And
that
some,
they're just curious about.
don't Google your symptoms, because you'll actually just have, like, maybe strep throat, but then when you're done, you'll think you'll have stage 5 cancer.
Yeah. The internet, you, like, search up, like, my throat hurts, and it's like, you are going to die in 2 days.
Yeah. Like, I don't get how they take a sore throat and they're like, yep, you're gonna die. Sorry about it, buddy.
Sorry, I can't do anything about it. We're over the internet.
Yes.
Oh, I have looked this up and it's not that bad, but trypophobia, it's like the fear of holes, I think, but repetitive pattern phobia, that's what it is. Fear of objects with clusters of small holes.
Okay.
Like, it's not that bad unless you're scared of it, and if you go to the deep part of it, it starts to get bad, but...
Like, if you go into the deep web looking at stuff about it.
Yeah. What? Fanfic. Yes, there is a fanfiction devoted to Tetris. Yes, some of it is pornographic.
What?
Excuse me? What is this?
I'm sorry, what?
This article, Tetris fanfic. Don't look it up.
Why? Why would someone make it that? Why?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
The internet's a weird place.
Yeah. Are we gonna at all bring up anything about YouTube and how their bots suck?
Oh. Sure, I haven't had like experience. Oh wait, you mean like the happy non-denominational or non-religious holiday that occurs during the winter months, more commonly celebrated in December.
Okay.
Sorry that I did that in the first topic, because I forgot to.
Oh well.
There you go.
Well, we don't really know what time this episode's going up.
Yeah, so if it's after, I hope you got all the gifts that you wished for, but if it's before, then I hope you do get all the things that you wished for.
Okay, so now on to the topic of the YouTube algorithm and how it sucks.
Yeah, it is pretty spooky.
Yeah, if you know what to Google, you can find a live suicide on YouTube, and it's still up.
You don't get, like, traumatized.
I'm not telling you the name of the video, but if you know what to Google, you can find search up on YouTube. You can find it and watch it, and
it at least has a warning before it, but I don't know how they haven't taken it down yet.
Yeah, it's like age restricted, but I don't know why they haven't just taken it down. And it has like 12 million views too.
Yeah. I don't like it has a lot of views.
Yeah. Are you looking at how many views it has?
Yes. Don't judge me.
Okay.
It has. I cannot see. Sorry. Let me look it up on YouTube.
Woo! You're totally 100% advertiser-friendly platform.
Yay!
cuts to the suicide video.
Yeah. Yeah, it does have 12 million.
I was right.
There's also another video of it that has 4.3 million. So, there's...
Yeah. Isn't there also like a video of a dude like falling off a roof and dying, like off a skyscraper?
Yeah, the rooftopper. That's still on YouTube. I forgot what his name was. It was a big thing, like, I don't know, whenever it happened. I can't remember when it happened.
Like a couple years ago, probably.
Yeah. It was either last year or like 2016.
So last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah. Because I remember it going, like, everywhere. I can't spell. Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah. When, like, I guess, when rooftoping was a thing, I mean, it probably still is, it's just not as popular.
Yeah.
But, like, when it was, like, really popular, I don't get how it got popular. Like, I get how it got popular, but I don't get why you would want to do it.
I understand people would want to do it for attention.
Yeah.
But it's not safe, dude.
Yeah. That's the equivalent of the dude that tries to walk on hot lava.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's lava, it's gonna be hot lava.
Also, the rooftopper that fell off a building, it was a little bit more than a year ago. It has been a little bit a year ago.
So slightly over a year.
Yeah, December 12th, 2017.
Dang.
So that happened then.
So it's been like a year and a couple days.
Yeah. Oh no, we're dating the episode.
Well, I mean, we're recording this, like, around, like, December 20th. So.
You're dating the episode. People, we film this. Oh no.
Do you, like, cut out? You're like, oh no.
Oh no.
And you just, like, went silent halfway through your no.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
I was gonna try and, like, figure out how to work in some, like, actual solved murders, but then I was like, I don't know about that. That might be a bit too for the first episode.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
There was one where I'm not gonna like get into a lot of detail about it, but there was one where like this 14-year-old kid back in like 2014 got murdered.
Oh yeah. When we were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also there's this kid that goes to our school that looks almost identical to the kid that got murdered, and it's creepy. That's nice. And I actually told the person that, and they looked at me like I was insane. So, I mean, I kind of am at times. So, I mean, whatever. And
Ew, well.
basically, just the YouTube algorithm sucks.
Yep. So, here you go. What's our next topic?
Okay, if we're gonna change topic. Okay, we're recording now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's our new topic?
I don't know. I thought you had something.
Okay, so our next topic is called The Boy in the Box. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of this one because it's quite famous, but...
I think I know what this one is.
Yeah, it's about a unidentified murder victim who was 3 to 7 years old, who was found in a cardboard box along the side of a road. And he is known as America's unknown child. His identity has never been discovered since 1959 when he was found. His cause of death was homicide by blunt force trauma. So,
Wow.
let me see who found him.
I'm like, I don't really know anything about this case, so I can't really add any useful input.
I'll just read some stuff.
Okay.
In February 1957, the boy's body, wrapped in a plaid blanket, was found in the woods of I can't say that word, off a road in Fox Chase, Philadelphia. The boy was in a cardboard box which had once, I cannot read apparently, which had once contained the kind sold by J.C. Penney. The boy's hair had been recently cropped, possibly after, or cut, that would have been a better word. The boy's hair had been recently cut, possibly after death, as clumps of hair clung to the body. There were signs of severe malnourishment, as well as surgical scars on the ankle and groin, and an L-shaped scar under the chin. Waluigi.
Oh my gosh.
Waluigi caused it.
Oh my gosh. You probably shouldn't joke about that, but...
Yeah, but,
Oh well.
I think someone, like, at one point, I can't find any, but someone, claimed that they were the boy's, like, mother, but then, they found out that it wasn't, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong about that, or maybe I'm, switching up the names, or, like, the stories.
Yeah. Isn't this with... Didn't, like, the policeman trying to figure out, like, the identity of the person, didn't they speculate that it might have been a girl?
I think that was another, maybe. Let me see. Let's see, also.
That might have been a different case that I'm thinking of, where they found a dead body in a box.
I think there's two stories, because I know what you're talking about, I just...
That might be with a different murder of another small child that was unable to be identified.
What a coincidence.
That was also found in a box on the side of the road. So, I mean, coincidences happen all the time, right?
Coincidences, Oh, yeah. Forsonic artist Frank Bender developed a theory that the victim may have been raised as a girl. So, there you go. I guess you were right about that.
Oh, okay, so it was with that? Okay.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not that they thought they were a girl, they just thought they were raised as a girl. Like, if the mother or father of the child wanted them to be a girl instead of a boy, that they probably would have dressed them like a girl.
Or made them grow their hair out.
Yeah. So, there's that.
So I wasn't just hallucinating?
No, you were right.
Woo, words I don't hear often.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
It's kind of weird how that happens. Like, someone goes missing and no one knows who it is.
Yeah.
That happens quite a bit, surprisingly. Like, what if your child went missing and then was murdered, but, like, you didn't know that they were murdered because they were unidentified?
Oh, that would be the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. It's scary to think about. So scary. Anyways, continue what you were gonna say before.
I was just gonna say, I don't get how people can, like, murder children.
I can.
Well, I mean, like, if another child murders a child, I can understand that, but if a full-grown adult does it, then I'm kind of like, what?
It's kind of like that child didn't have, like, a chance to get a life.
Yeah.
Have their life. Or to, like, do anything that normal kids would do because they weren't friggin' murdered. but I can sometimes understand it. Well, I can't understand it, but I can sometimes, like, you know, it's making me seem like more of a serial killer when I say that I murder a child. But it's like there's reason to that. It might be not a good reason, or it might not be a good reason, but there is reason.
Yeah.
Like, some people might have mental disabilities, or like something like that.
Yeah, like, I guess that would kind of, like, in a way, give them an excuse, but, like, I don't really want to use the word excuse because they still murdered a kid.
Yeah. But it's like...
But, like, I can't think of a better word to use.
Mm-hmm. So, there's that.
Yeah. On some more lighter topics.
I don't think we can really do lighter topics. We're on a Spooky Time podcast.
Spooky Time. I mean, like, something that's, like, not as bad as, like, a kid getting murdered.
Well, it's still murder. Anyways, okay. Let me see if I can think of another.
Okay, while you're thinking, I'm gonna export this over.
Okay.
We're recording, by the way.
Ow, frick. Okay, so our next topic is about Christina Grimmie, or however you pronounce her name. I'm not totally sure. But when she was on June 11th, 2016, when she was shot around 10:24 p.m. on June 10th, oh wait, not June 11th, June 10th, 2016, at Plaza Live in Florida, from a, like, fan, where she was, like, shot at a booth, I think. After she performed, she was shot after she performed music with thousands of her fans that attended. So she's dead. I don't know what more to say on that. Like, it's kind of sad how, like, someone who had such a big fan base could be killed like that. Like, it's always sad when, like, a celebrity is murdered by someone who absolutely hates them.
Yeah.
And then people that looked up to them are, like, sad.
Yeah, it's always kind of, like, horrible.
Yeah.
Do you want to do some, like, conspiracy theories now?
You can talk about that.
Okay.
Who want to talk about that, really?
Yeah. So, conspiracy theories. Great transition by me.
We all know that we both are so good at talking.
Transitions.
Yep.
Okay, so the first one that I'm gonna talk about is that the moon landing was fake. Yay!
I do not approve.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give some evidence for why I think it was fake.
You think it was fake?
Well, I mean, I think there's a high possibility. So I'm gonna give some evidence for why people who think it was faked think it was faked.
Okay.
We haven't been back to the moon since. If you look back at the old footage that aired on TV, there's no stars in the sky. When they put the flag down, it's hit with a gust of wind, and there's no wind on the moon. And also, if you look back at the old footage, you can see lights in several different spots, which wouldn't happen in space. Because the sun, it would just make one spot where that was coming from, but light was coming from like 3 different spots.
Hmm.
And plus you can see wires that the astronauts are harnessed to make it look like they're jumping around.
Hmm.
And plus, NASA doesn't have any of the old records of the original moon landing anymore.
It's kind of strange.
Yep. Which leads into the next topic of discussion. Do you think aliens are real?
I?
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
I do as well, because I think it's kind of close-minded of the human race to say that, oh, throughout the whole multiverse, aliens were the only living species, only living, thriving planet out there.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit close-minded of us.
Mm-hmm. Like, there could be, since we're probably not the thing that's ever lived on, like, in the universe.
Yeah.
There probably could be, like, another, like, species of thing that we don't even all of the species that live on Earth. How would we know?
Yeah, we've only explored like 5% of the ocean.
Yeah. We probably wouldn't know all of the universe. So
yeah. I mean, we don't even know our own planet that well. How can we like assume that there's no other life out in the universe?
Yeah. Humans are just weird in general.
That's true. So, also, more in topic about the ocean, we've only explored like 5% of it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And you could take like the Empire State Building and dunk it into the ocean, and it wouldn't even hit the bottom.
That's cool.
That's how deep it is, man.
That's cool but scary.
Yeah. Also, there was a ship, but I don't know. I forgot the name of the ship. But the ship was like 250 like meters long, and it sank in like 150 meter deep water. So the ship sank in water that was shallower than the length of the ship.
Cool.
I just find that interesting.
Yeah.
It's not really a conspiracy theory, but
interesting.
Also, if you go down deep enough into the ocean, the pressure is like per like cubic foot or some per like cubic meter or foot or something. It's like over the pressure that is on Venus. It's like worse than that.
That's cool.
I just think it's weird that people are like, space is the final frontier. There's nothing left to discover on Earth. I'm like, what about the ocean?
Yeah. What about this thing that we've never really explored that much?
We haven't even scratched the surface. Literally, you want to know something that's like a speculation, but I think it's probably true and it's kind of scary? We know more about outer space than we do about the ocean.
Yep.
Just think about that.
I have. Do you think I don't think about things?
What creatures lurk beneath the surface? Literally, so because like there's parts of the ocean that are deeper than Mount Everest is tall, which is pretty deep because it takes people like weeks to climb Mount Everest. And the ocean is deeper than that in parts. And I think at around like like 4,000 meters, you hit like the ocean floor. But there's parts of the ocean that go down to like 10,000 something meters. And it's actually speculated that parts of the ocean could even go down deeper than that. So that's really all I have to say about my thing. I kind of went from conspiracy theories about the moon to ranting about the ocean. So.
Well. Everyone off. We arrived at the Spooky Time Junction. See you all next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.